everybody.
Hi,
I'm Denise.
I'm Andy.
We are both autism mamas.
Lucky us.
And I have an almost 11-year-old who got a cell phone for Christmas. And I was chatting with Andy because she has navigated this a few years before
Yes,
me.
Ben is 18, and we got him a cell phone probably 6th grade. How old?
He's 5th grade.
Same thing. So.
Yeah, we were having trouble coming up with a Christmas gift that was going to wow him. So we're like, let's just pull up.
Well, it's useful, right? It's useful. I mean, do you have a house phone?
We do not have a house phone.
Right, you don't have a house phone, so that's why we ended up getting it, because we got rid of the house phone. He needs to be able to call 911 in order to stay home, in order to communicate with his dad who lives in a different house, in order to communicate with his siblings in a different house. And we got it, we started teaching. We just realized after we got it, we're like, crap, we got to teach these skills. Like he doesn't just know how to naturally text neurotypically or...
Right, so that's what we're finding. My son loves his phone. He loves texting and he loves calling everybody, so it's pretty cute. However, I have been taking his phone and checking it, and I'm finding that he's almost stalking a few of his friends or cousins with a lot of texts. Like over and over and over and over and over and over. And then there was one day at work where I got just this huge string of texts. It was like, Mom, 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 Mom.
So I was telling her that yes, and I didn't realize you had to, I don't know, you can tell your neurotypical kids, hey, don't be annoying or whatever. Like you need to actually teach these guys how to use it. So I was telling her that we took a sex ed social group class at Rush in the city, and it was a 12-week thing, and they went through over everything from texting and meeting people to, actual intercourse and consent.
Okay.
But a big portion of it was navigating technology appropriately. And so when you're texting somebody, their rule was twice.
Okay.
If you text somebody twice and they don't answer, after that you need to stop.
Yeah, I think that's what I need to create some rules. He's very good with rules. So I think if I gave him a set of guidelines like text twice, and then you have to just wait for the person to get back to you.
Well, and I think you need to determine first, like, is it a conversation,
Okay.
or is it something you need an answer for, right? Because if he's texting you, can he go out to his neighbor's house and you're at work? Like, he needs an answer.
Yes.
And so if he gets text twice, I mean, that's something if he needs an answer for, or it's important. Like, so I think you have to establish why you're texting first, right? Like,
yeah.
Like, does he need an answer? Or, I mean, is this like, can we go to the movies on Saturday or to the reptile show on Saturday? Like, you don't need an answer right there. That can wait till you get home. But
Yeah.
So you have to determine like the importance of what you're texting first.
Did you have any visuals or anything that were helpful while you were teaching it?
No, like my guy was past that at the
Yeah,
time, but
okay.
you could absolutely.
Yeah, and we don't use a lot of visuals anymore, but he does do well with very specific rules. So that's where I think I almost need to make him a set of rules for texting.
Determined. What is it?
Yes.
Conversation?
Right. Well, so the text to me when he was texting me, it was within I think 10 minutes, and it was probably about 25 texts. He really just wanted to tell me that he loved me, which is very cute. But
is very cute, but people go to the bathroom, they walk away from their phone.
Right.
Right. So, well, that is important, Rocky.
It does make me nervous, though. So he had found a GIF or GIF, whatever.
We're old.
Whatever you call those things. And it was of a person burping very loud, and he thought it was hysterical.
And that is hysterical.
And he sent it to everybody in our family, but then I was like, ooh, what if he finds something that's not appropriate and sends it out too? So it just makes me nervous. I think I need to supervise a lot.
It's a whole world out
Yes.
there. Does he have internet access then? So then that's the whole searching the internet. Da-da-da-da.
Yes.
What's allowed? What's not? Is porn allowed? Is porn not allowed? Like, I mean, he's little yet, but
Yes.
that's
coming
right?
soon.
It's coming soon. Like, and so when I took the sex ed class with Ben, I mean, that was something.
I'm not looking forward to it.
The sex ed class was amazing. We
Yeah.
should consider something like that.
Okay.
It was amazing. But it talked about, like, okay, what kind of sites? Well, you have to like establish in your whole family, like, what's appropriate, right? Like, what do you think is appropriate? But then you had to teach them if you were going to allow them to go to inappropriate sites, and they're going to find it eventually. But like, what is a lot? Like,
Yeah, I think no matter how much blocking, I think a teenage boy is going to find a way to find.
right. And
Stuff
so that was like,
online.
what can you do? What information can you give? Because one of the people in this group, the kids somehow stumbled upon child pornography.
Oh, goodness.
And then
Okay.
that was a thing that they had to actually notify the police. They had to, like,
Yeah.
because it doesn't matter if it's on your computer, my computer,
Right.
the kid's computer, it's getting traced back to us. So I never realized that was, I mean, it's a big thing to teach them. So there's also something to now, something else to worry about for you. But like
Fantastic.
But
yeah, and I have a typically developing 12-year-old, and I have had some very frank conversations with him because I know that he's smart enough to navigate and find stuff online, no matter how many parental controls that we put on all of his stuff. So I have been having very frank conversations. You know, you might find stuff online, and that's not what real life is like, and that's not what a real relationship is like. And I would prefer
that was actually some of the discussion we had.
I would prefer you not to watch that sort of thing, but you're also a boy, and I know you're probably going to source.
And right,
things.
you Google, I don't know, something benign, and other stuff comes up. So it's going to happen. So just how to navigate that.
Yeah, Dick's Sporting Goods. Be careful trying to find that store online.
Right, and then
I made that mistake.
Image or something, and then it's a whole other world, right? Like, so, I mean, you can use it as a launching pad for like discussion, but I mean, you have to do that with your neurotypical kids. But it's even more important. I mean, you can say to your older one, "Look, it's against the law, blah blah blah."
Right. Yeah, but that's also abstract for Rocky. I can't imagine him.
Right.
Yes.
So we actually had to give parameters of who you could text, and if somebody else, like, or Facebook, even on Facebook, like friends, like you have to ask us if you want to be their friends. Just give them strict parameters, and we actually said, you know, what sites you could. My guy likes like animated stuff.
Okay.
So there's a whole bunch of stuff out there on animated stuff that's inappropriate and appropriate, and like what he could access. Like, okay, well, you want to see a crocodile on a stripper pole? Okay, if that's like what, like, I mean, like, if it's still appropriate, there's a place for that. So we have to teach that that's appropriate at home. You can look at it in your bedroom. You can't pull it up on the school iPad.
Right.
You can't pull. So it's like a whole.
Yeah, but it's being very specific with them.
Right, like what he can do. He can go on this website, but you can't give them my credit card information to get a screensaver of a crocodile on a stripper pole. Right, you can do like no.
Parenting is wonderful, isn't it? People in this world with all of this technology. I mean, I'm thinking, I'm not that old, but I guess I am old. You know, there was no internet when I was a child, and I had a brother who was a year older than me, and the most we could ever find was an old Playboy magazine at my uncle's house. There wasn't anything to find.
Well, that's not inviting a stranger in your house then. It is.
Right,
But like,
and now everything is online and internet, and it's a lot to navigate with typically developing children, and it's just very confusing for me, for my child that's on the spectrum. So if anyone has any amazing advice out there, I'd love to hear it.
Definitely monitor.
Yes.
Like, not just once in a while monitor. Like, every day, check out that phone, see who he's friending on Facebook. I mean,
He doesn't have any social media yet.
It's good and bad. Like, I can talk and see what his siblings are doing.
Right.
Because they're all over the country, so that's good. But then,
Well, and I would love to say no social media ever, but then someone made a really good point to me that it's been really helpful for their kids that have such narrow interests online. You can find anyone that's into what you're into. So you can actually make a friend that maybe also likes animated alligators, and then you can talk about it.
They actually do, and I just want to make, and I monitor that, and make sure, like, you just can't go, he did make it the stripper pole. I think I sent it to you.
I was very confused when I got the text. I was like, what is
like that? He made that his profile picture, and my other kids were like, "You gotta look at this, Mom." So like, you definitely have to be on top of it. But I feel like by forbidding stuff, you're never going to forbid it, right? It's all out there.
Well, I think it's teaching appropriate boundaries and.
Because he's not always going to live with me. He's not. He's not always going to live with me. So I have to teach the boundaries of the real life.
Yep.
Aspect of it. So definitely get those rules for texting under control.
Yes. So far we're just at texting, and I think YouTube is pretty much all he does on his phone.
Good stuff on YouTube too. Gonna watch that too.
Yes.
If anybody has any great ideas, let us know. We're always open for things.
If I come up with my set of rules, I'll share them with you guys and let you know how it's going after we start navigating this.
Are your rules going to be different for him than for Max? Oh, can I say Max's name? Sorry.
No, that's fine.
Okay.
I'm an open book.
Okay.
My life is an open book. I think they need to be more specific, right? I think they just need to be like, this is what you can do, and don't do anything else.
And then when he starts mastering that, then you can
Yeah.
add a little bit more into it.
Mhm.
Or
He is good with following rules and asking permission and all of that, so.
in the box.
Yep. All right. Well, everybody have a nice evening. We'll catch you guys later.
Why did only one person see us? But when I was doing mine the other
No,
night.
there was up to 10 at one point.
Okay.
We just went down to one. They lost. They
What-
lost interest. We got boring.
Apparently, after you say crocodile stripper pole, what else is there to say, right? Okay.
All right. Well, good night,
Bye.
everybody. Bye.